Kyle Busch was none too pleased with Corey LaJoie after LaJoie hit him twice, spun him out, sent him up the track, and collected almost half a dozen cars in the waning laps of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Pocono. In fact, he called LaJoie a kamikaze, indicating that he refused to lift. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Also, hit that like button. Let's get more people to watch this video. This is over on NASCAR on NBC. Here is a look at the actual accident with about 40 laps to go on restart here. Let's take a look. See, they're like 5 wide here. LaJoie comes off the track, clips him. Kyle Busch up the track, collects 6-7 cars there involved in the wreck there. Harrison Burton, I think that's Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch, all done for the day. Here is another look at it here. Also on NASCAR on NBC. You see Busch blocks him, LaJoie hits him again. Sends him spinning, and then Kyle Busch is up the track. I think that's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He hits there. Here's another look at it. This is a really good look here because you see Kyle Busch tries to block. And then Corey LaJoie wasn't happy about it, sends him spinning up the track there and collects everyone. So that is what happened. Obviously, Corey LaJoie causing that wreck, hooking Kyle Busch, sending him up the track and into the other drivers there. Here is another angle of this. This is from Corey LaJoie's in-car. Let's take a listen. So I think it's pretty obvious there. Kyle Busch came down to block, did a good job blocking him. Corey LaJoie wasn't happy about it, gave him a little bump there, and then decided to take it a step further and send him spinning, hooking him, putting him down on the apron, and then sending him back up the track. We also got some in-car radio from Corey LaJoie's radio. This is from Skew Car. Let's take a listen.
You all good there? I think so. Check the notes. He hooked himself.
Yeah, I ain't worried about him. It's all about us. Focus forward here. Yeah, you let him have it the first time, second time he got what he deserved. All good.
Well.
So I think LaJoie says that he hooked himself, and then obviously you hear his team saying that Kyle Busch got what he deserved. We also have this report here from Tom Bowles. He says this was looking at Kyle Busch's interview with NASCAR on NBC or with NBC, and he was asked if there needs to be a conversation. I think it was Kim Coons was asking the questions, and Kyle Busch was just like, nah. He was very reserved in his in the interview that was being broadcast nationally, but he did open up a little bit here when it was the rest of the media. This is Dustin Albino. He has video here. He said that Bob Pockrass asked a question about the wreck, and he described Corey LaJoie as a kamikaze. Let's take a listen.
On that restart. Of course, you have mirrors and cameras and everything else, so you try to get in front of the run that's coming, and I was trying to get in front of that run, and sometimes some don't lift. Kamikaze on that restart.
So there you go. Obviously calling Corey LaJoie a kamikaze there and saying that he did not lift. There was a little bit more to this. This is from Colin Ward here over on X as well. A little bit more to this. Let's take a listen.
Sometimes some don't lift. Kamikaze.
Did anything happen before that could have led to that?
Did you see where I was running today?
So Kyle Busch clearly, I think, frustrated just at the performance of those Richard Childress racing cars this entire year. Not been a good year for him. He's unlikely to make the playoffs unless he really kind of races his way in and wins. Obviously got into the fist fight with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Was very frustrated there and said, I suck too, I think is what he said. I might be paraphrasing that. So he's obviously, this is how his season has kind of gone. And you can kind of see how just kind of dejected and demoralized he really is. And I think that is probably the proper term He's just absolutely demoralized, and he needs to get his confidence back. And I think that's probably affecting the performance on Sundays. We want Kyle Busch to get his confidence back because he deserves to be racing up at the front. He is one of the greatest NASCAR Cup Series drivers of all time. He's one of the greatest, I think, entertaining drivers of all time. He plays the villain role really well, and I want to see him back up there racing and mixing things up. This kind of demoralized, depressed Kyle Busch, I'm not really a fan of, but it is what we have right now, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's just not performing well, and those Richard Childress racing cars just are not doing well at all. And he talks about it there. Did you see where I was running? Of course, there was something happening between me and Corey LaJoie, and when you're back there and you're mixing up with the guys in the kind of the mid pack, things like that happen. That's what happens, and you get caught up in it. Obviously, they said Busch deserved what happened, so something clearly happened between them earlier on the race. But we'll see if we find out more about that. But that's what Kyle Busch had to say. Let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.